Hi, this is Brian Schneider, Verification AE from Synopsys. Today I'm going to show you a short video on how you can use searching mechanisms inside of Verdi. This can be where you said, hey, I know I have this instance, how do I quickly find it? Hey, I have this signal, how can I quickly find it inside of the tool? And that could be used from then when you do further debug past that. Maybe you want to find drivers, loads, generate schematics, things like that. But this video is going to be focused purely on what are the various searching mechanisms in the tool. The first part I'll start with is let's say you have a design that you don't know a lot about. It's new source code to you. It might be something that you might have gotten from another engineer in your team, inherited from a third party, but it's new code. But you want to quickly understand how it looks, what the connectivities are, things like that. So what I'll start with is saying, what if I want to search and find some interesting things about this design? Now I could go through and just like span the hierarchy trees, go down to certain parts, double click on things and find a signal or instance I'm looking for. But there's some other approaches you can take inside the tool. First, I'll take the search where you say, I know there's a certain module, but I'm not sure where it's instantiated in the design. So what I did there was I went from source, find scope. And this will bring up this search mechanism where I can come down inside of here and start selecting some of these blocks. And when I select these, it'll go through and tell me how many unique instances there are of this particular module. So it's tied to the module name. So if I look at this Wishbone DMA channel RF, I can see here there's multiple instantiations of this. So I come down here and select one of these and hit Go To, Verdi will jump to where that particular instantiation is at. So it gives you a way to quickly get to where is a certain instance if you know the module name. Now up here, I could filter up here, like if I just want to do Wishbone DMA star, this will just filter the results. Same thing. You can go through and select these guys and find out which one of these modules you're most interested in. Again, go and jump to where it's located in the source code. So that's the first type of search. The next search would be maybe you know a signal instance that you're interested in. So if I go to source, find signal instance, this brings up this form here. And I know in this case here, the signal I'm interested in is a signal called Wishbone Data O. But one thing I'll do here is I'll also select these buttons here. These are important because if I don't select these, this is going to be based on what you have selected in the hierarchy tree. I want to search the full scope, and also if you have anything that has tick, lib, cell, incel around it, I also want to, or minus y, minus v's, I also want to search those for these matchings. So now I'll just hit find. So when I did that, this found this signal, found 4 occurrences of it. I can select each one of these, and it'll jump to the definition for each one of these. And we can see these are different levels of hierarchy. So this gives you a way to quickly find a particular signal you're looking for. I can do the same thing for instances. So I'll come inside of here. In this case here, I'll just put a star in here. But I mean, I could put more things to say find. And this will go through and list what are all the unique instances in the design. Again, as I select on these, it'll jump to where that's actually instantiated inside the source code. Potentially, maybe you have a path that's coming from a log file of some sort, but again, it helps you find out when there is a particular instance. The third type of search would be a string base, more of just like a grep through the design. So maybe I'll come inside of here and say, let me grep for star data star. And what I'll select is in all files, then say find all. What this will do is it'll search and give you the results down in the message window. Or in this case here, it's going to show you anywhere you have those matching strings. And data was a pretty, that's pretty commonly used string, so there's going to be a lot of results. But each one of these I can click on, it'll jump to in the source code where that occurrence occurs. So it's like a grep through the design. The last search I want to introduce is a new searching mechanism called Onesearch. What Onesearch is, it gives you a way to where if you want to search multiple sources, maybe you want to say, I want to find out signals, instances, maybe search documentation, maybe search log files on disk. This gives you a way to do multiple things versus with these ones up here, they'd be more focused on, hey, I know I'm looking for a module. I know the module name, I want to find instances. I know a signal name, let me quickly find that signal. So what I'll do here is I'll come down here again, go Wishbone Data O star, hit return. So this does the searches here. If I go to the source tab, I notice I have all these matches. So I can double click on each one of these and I'll jump to it. So it gives you a way to jump sources. Now again, if you have questions about like documentation, maybe you want to know what FSDB dump bars does. I can do another search here. I'll go back to all. and do the search again, I see that I have results from inside the documentation. So I can click on the documentation link. It gives me a quick way to find out information inside the docs. Then I can collect one of these guys. And if I have this set up right, it'll bring up, it goes ahead and brings up, a PDF reader so you can view those. So that's my short video for today. I just want to go through various ways where you can search things inside the tool, introduce things from the source pull down of find scope, find signal instance, find string, and a new search mechanism called Onesearch, which you think about this as a more global search. And one thing I did initially say here, you can actually extend this to search your own documentation, your own definition of log files. So hopefully you found this useful. Thanks a bunch and have a great day.